Running a small business is so rewarding, but let's be real, it can become overwhelming at times. Between managing clients and keeping up with daily tasks, it's so important to stay focused and organized in order to keep your business running smoothly. Hi, I'm Jennifer. I am a photographer and a small business owner, and in this video today, I want to go over some of my tips that I utilize on a daily basis in order to stay more focused and organized. These strategies help me stay productive, they minimize distractions, and also help my business move forward. If you're struggling with things like organization, focus, and just feel like there's not enough hours in the day, this video is for you. So grab a notebook if you want to take notes, a coffee, and let's get started. So now I'm going to go over the specific tools that I use to boost my productivity and help me stay focused. And as a small business owner, having the right strategies and tools in place will really make or break your day-to-day activities, your to-do list, things you get done, and your overall success of your business. And I often find that one of my biggest challenges when it comes to distraction are my devices. So my first tip for you is creating intentional barriers within your devices to help eliminate or at least reduce these distractions. So for example, I have a dedicated social media folder on my phone and on all my devices, on all my iPads, where I will put all my apps for social media, so TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, X, everything goes within this folder. So instead of seeing all these social media apps on my home screen, I have a little extra barrier in place when they're within this folder. I have to intentionally go into that folder to click and open one of these apps within. And this might seem like a very small change, but it really does make a huge difference. It forces me to kind of pause and ask myself, do I really need to be going into whatever app? Do I need to be scrolling on here? Is this important? Is this something that is a good use of my time, or am I just gonna mindlessly scroll on here, send memes to friends, things like that? When I go on a social media platform, I wanna be very intentional about it, and I wanna be purposeful with my time, and I wanna go on there to be either posting content, doing research, engaging with friends, followers, subscribers, whatever the case may be. I want to be very intentional about my time on those platforms. When I do engage with social media, I want to make sure I'm doing it in a productive way. So next I'm going to go over another tip that I utilize to help reduce distractions through the course of my day. Another tool that I utilize is using focus modes on all my devices. This is something you're probably familiar with. You've at least heard about it, but you may or may not be utilizing it currently. And if you are using it, I want you to modify these with my tips that I'm going to show you or give to you. But if you have not set these up yet, I really recommend taking the time to learning what these are, and it takes next to no time. Like, it takes 10 minutes to set these up, not even, and just taking that time to set them up is so important. But I want to show you how I use focus modes and incorporated them into my business, and then also some other fun ways that I utilize focus modes kind of on my downtime and in my personal life. For example, when I'm shooting a wedding, I have a wedding mode, a wedding focus mode on my iPad mini, because this is a device throughout the course of the wedding day that I will carry around with me in reference. For example, I use the app Notability, and that's where I store all my wedding briefs, I call them, and that is just a makeup of everything that I need for that specific wedding. Things on there will be their consult form, their shot sheets, if they send me any group pairings for formal portraits, the wedding invite, if the wedding or event coordinator comes over and gives me a printout of a sheet that's an updated timeline of events for the day, I put all that information into this document. So I will put that specific document, use a widget to put it on my home screen. So I just open up my iPad, click, it's right there. It takes me right to this wedding brief. I also have a widget on there for sunrise, sunset, things I like to keep track of during the specific day to make sure that we're not losing any sunlight, we get portraits done, things like that. And pretty much what I'm getting at is just to take time to put things on there that are useful to you. And then beyond photography, I also have personal focus modes that I utilize daily. I have a Kindle focus mode, so pretty much that one is set up. It has Kindle on there, it has books, it has a bunch of different widgets and stuff on there, which I like. And then also I have you can change the home screen, the lock screen, and like the home screen, which is really nice. And I just have like Jen's Kindle on my screen, which just kind of makes it feel like an actual Kindle device. I also have a gaming focus mode, which is nice to turn on because it eliminates all the other business distractions and it just pulls up all my games that I can sit and play if I want to. So I really recommend you take the time to set these up for yourself. Whether it's for work or personal reasons or even a work project, these focus modes are really helpful, keeping everything organized, and it eliminates a lot of time searching, trying to find things. You have everything you need, it's right there, it's set up and waiting and ready to go. Next, I kind of want to switch gears here and talk about organization, because I believe organization is so crucial in order to stay focused. And more specifically, to streamline your workflow, I want to talk about using tab groups within Safari. So I use my iPads for probably like 80% of the things I do within my business. I have an iPad Pro, an iPad Mini. I also have a Mac, a laptop, but I love using the iPads. So if you're an iPad user, this is a very good tip for you. But if you're not, this is also something I want you to set up on your Mac or on your laptop, wherever you do your work. So I have multiple tab groups within Safari, and it organizes every section of my business. So for example, I have a social media tab group where I have all my social medias. I just go to the tab group, and each tab has all my social media platforms, easy, accessible, all set up and ready to go. I have personal tab groups for my personal browsing. I have a group for bills, so even things as basic as your bills at the end of the month, if you have a credit card bill and your mortgage and your electric. So you have tab groups, or a tab group, and within that group to have all the browsers already waiting and ready to go. So you just go on and you click pay, click pay, click pay. You're not like hunting around for apps or going to websites. It's all in one place. And because I use iPads for a lot of the day-to-day things within my business, sometimes I find that there are apps that just don't work as well as the Safari or browser formats. So that's another reason why I have these set up, is if I'm doing something within one of these apps on my iPad and I'm like, something's not uploading correctly, this isn't like formatting, loading, whatever, and I'm like, I just want to go to the internet and do it on there, I can easily access that, and it's all set up and ready to go. So I want you to find things within your business and your personal life where you're like, it would just be easy if I just had quick access to this. Set it up now, have those tab groups ready to go, so when you need to reference or do something, it's right there. It's ready to go, it's already loaded, it's in one spot, you know where to find it. It just makes it so much easier and organized. This process really feels more structured, and it makes me feel more intentional with my time. It helps with focus, and it's something that I really recommend you take the time, just 5-10 minutes, to set this up for yourself. Make different groups within your Safari, so when you go to the groups, you can just open them up and get to work and work on whatever it is you need to get done. So another way to improve productivity and stay focused is to track what apps you're working within and where you're spending your time on your devices. This is something that I recommend you adding to your home screen. If you don't want it cluttering up your home screen, then you can have a focus mode where you're working on your business related tasks and have this widget on that home screen. But personally for me, I really feel like this is something you should look at regardless of if you're working on work or if you're doing personal downtime stuff, because the use of this widget is kind of like a mini reality check. This is where I go in and evaluate where I'm spending my time and where I can make improvements. If you ever feel like your business isn't moving forward, this little insight can really tell you a lot. I'll be honest with you, if you don't want your feelings hurt, this is not for you. This is something that's very intentional, and you're going to take a look at it and you're going to be like, okay, I really see what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, where I can improve, what I can work on, things like that. But if you're truly serious about growth within your business, within your personal life, this is something I really recommend that you track and take a look at daily. So this brings me to my final tip, which is using a color coordinated system for all your daily tasks, to-dos, and things that you're getting done throughout the course of the day. So in Google Calendar, that's where I do all my daily time blocking digitally. I have everything color coordinated, and I'll pop up on the screen here exactly what each color represents and means. But what I want you to do is go through and create a system similar to this one. So I have all different colors for my social media platforms. I have colors for things that I do daily. I fill in what I'm working on, tasks I'm working on. That's like that flamingo color. I'll go through and what I worked on, I will write in there. It's kind of like a mini journal, but I can look back throughout the course of the day or the week or previous months and look at my calendar and be like, where did I spend my time? What was I working on? Was I intentional, or was I doing things that really didn't help me move my business forward? Whether you use a digital planner or physical planner, I highly recommend you incorporating some sort of color system within your own planning, because this color coordinated system really serves two purposes. The first is seeing what needs to get done throughout the day, and also I can look back and see what kind of progress was made. I want to look back at the end of the week or month and have a visual representation of where my time was spent. So this is a very good tool for reflection and also seeing exactly where you can make good adjustments. I find that this is very helpful reviewing my progress throughout the day and week, and it also helps me pinpoint where I need to focus more of my time and energy moving forward. So these are just a few strategies I use as a small business owner to making sure I stay organized and focused throughout the day. So I hope some of these tips resonate with you, and I hope you can implement them into your own day-to-day routines. And if you made it this far, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. If you wouldn't mind considering giving this video a like and hitting that subscribe button down below. It's a free way to support my channel, and it's greatly appreciated. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.